emanating from deep under the earth, spreading across the globe at the speed of thought, changing the world one brain at a time. This is the Final Order Report from Green Brain Comics. Hello and welcome to the Final Order Report, your last chance to get in on upcoming comics before they head to print and the numbers are locked in. I am Dan Merritt, Chief Purchasing Officer at Green Brain Comics, and I'm here to give you the lowdown on what hits our shelves starting on Wednesday, September 24th, and what you need to pre-order by this Monday at noon, September 1st. Yes, that is Labor Day, but you have until Labor Day at noon. Green Brain Comics and the Final Order Report are proudly powered by Comichub. Check out Comichub online at comichub.com or download the mobile app for Android and iPhone. Create an account or access your existing account to pre-order and pay securely online, ensuring you never miss an issue. Today I'll be using Comichub to showcase items from this week's Last Call for Confirmed Orders Carousel. Before I do that, let me just intro the fantastic band that plays our music each and every week, Klezmageddon, courtesy of BRAINSCAN Productions. Thanks, Klezmageddon, for all your fine contributions. All right, let's take a look at Comichub real quick. I'll get out of the way. Once you get signed into Comichub, everything behind the orange banner is in store for you currently and is waiting for you to pay for and pick up, or we can ship it out. Behind the green banner is all the carousels we will be looking at today. And the first one is search all items, search items with preview pages, search arriving soon. That is all the things that will be hitting the shelf on Wednesday, September 3rd. Below that is search orders due Sunday, last call. That's the one we will be using today, but I'll give you an extra 12 hours to do it. And on the bottom there, that's the bar for searching events. That's all the crossover events and big storylines that are happening in the big publishers, all condensed in one spot for you. So let's head back up to search orders due Sunday. And once you get in there, you see that we can scroll top to bottom. And everything's alphabetical. We've got alphanumeric filters on the red buttons, and then we've got drop downs for publisher category, brand, etc. All right, the first thing that we will be looking at today, let me get on back here, is a final order report on small press comics. And we will start our look at small press comics today with, I think I can do it here. I'll do it there. Yeah. It's over at Ahoy Comics. It's the 4th issue of Toxie Team Up. That is the 4th of 5 issues from writer Tom Payer and Jamal Igle, who did that fantastic cover. Looks kind of like Mike Allred. Lots of fun. And we got a new Archie facsimile. This is from Betty and Veronica number 75, featuring a cover by Bob White. Lots of classic tongue-in-cheek jokes from Joe Edwards, Dan DeCarlo, and the usual gang of fine artists from back in 1962. Over at AWA, we get a new issue of Illuminati. Looks like it's misspelled on the banner there. Illuminati number 4 of 5. This is a series that is presented by Charlemagne the God and is a supernatural thriller. We got this fantastic Kyle Baker cover. Over at Bad Idea Corp, we get a new issue of Cul-de-sac. This is number 3 of 5 from Mike Carey and Jonathan Wayshak, with a Jonathan Wayshak cover. Also from Bad Idea, we get this very interesting book. This is a deluxe edition of the first 2 issues of a series called They're All Terrible. I think what they're trying to say is this is a double-sized issue. It's 48 pages, and much like everything else by Bad Idea, it's obscured in garbled marketing gobbledygook. This is, however, from New York Times bestseller Matt Kint and powerhouse artist Ramon Villalobos. Ramon Villalobos on interiors, and with a mutilated Viking King head on the cover. Yes, please. This is Sword and Sorcery at its finest. This is going to be a 3-issue miniseries, and will also feature a B cover by Carrie Nord. And pardon me, that will be available on October 1st. That's a nice cover. Silverhawks number 8 from Dynamite Entertainment. I'll do that. All hands on deck. Silverhawks number 8 has this fantastic Jay Lee cover. Space Ghost number 3 with a Jay Lee cover also. Gosh, that's swell. Frozen Vikings. Dynamite also presents Vampirella Halloween Horror. This is the first issue. We'll assume this is a one-shot. It's 40 pages of Vampirella goodness, featuring scripting from Liam Johnson and illustrated by Jordan Michael Johnson, with covers by Selena. Pardon me. We've got covers by Greg Land. Classic tribute to the Vampirella number 1 by Buzz. A Selena cover. Vampirella Halloween Horror, available on September 24th, well in advance of Halloween. And speaking of Halloween, Mark Spears' Monsters returns with a blind bag version of The Monster and the Wolf number 1. Let's see. Cover A from the creator of the hit series Mark Spears' Monsters comes this new prequel miniseries written and illustrated by Mark Spears. In a desperate attempt to find a cure for the werewolf curse that haunts him, Clint Abbott's journey leads him to the bitter cold of the Arctic. Through the snow and ice, he senses something is stalking him, but not everything is as it seems. Note, cover A is a blind bag randomly packed with one of more than 75 exclusive cover variants by Mark Spears, many of them incredibly rare. This is it's got, let's see, cardstock covers, foil covers, black and white covers, glow-in-the-dark covers. It's even got a trick cover, and it's all from Mark Spears, available on October 8th. These are $5.99 cover price. If you're interested in quantities of these, keep in mind Comic Hub will only let you order 1 or 2 at a time. Just contact us through the app, through the messaging in the website, for letting us know if you want more than a few. Happy to do it. You're swell, Mark Spears. Keen Spot also introduces Grubbs Loves Halloween. This is a one-shot from writer Max Weaver and artist Athila Fabio, who did this A cover, and a Ghost Pepper Cookies cover B. This is rascally fun from Max Weaver and Athila Fabio. Ooh, this looks really cool. Over at Fantagraphics, Uncle Scrooge and Flintheart Glomgold's Sinister Secret. This is part 1 of 3. Fandom Asked and Fantagraphics Answers. The Legacy Disney comic books return to comic shops. And Scrooge McDuck's ruthless rival, second richest tycoon Flintheart Glomgold, returns to Duckburg, claiming he's reformed for good and inviting Huey, Dewey, and Louie to his luxurious new island estate. Since when was Glomgold a good guy or a big spender? You'll find out in Uncle Scrooge, Flintheart Glomgold's Sinister Secret, 1 of 3. This is written by Jonathan Gray and Francesco Spriafico, and features art by Alessandro Perina, who did the A cover. We got a B cover from Dave Alvarez and Andres Fracaro on cover C from Fantagraphics. This is 40 pages, $5.99 cover price, available on October 8th. If you're interested in any of these covers, get your orders in through Comichub. Paulo Verde, number 4 of 5, the penultimate issue from Mad Cave Comics, Ray Fox, and a host of other great creators. Endless Night, 4 of 4. And far down below, 5 of 5. And it looks like Mad Cave is wrapping up a whole bunch of stuff this week. Oh, but there's a 5th issue of Pale Knight. Red Vector number 2 from Tim Daniel. I think we're still waiting on number 1. What's up with that? And Wild Animals number 3. Mad Cave also debuts this big, super cool series from writer Ray Fox and artist Russell Olson. It's Phantom. This is number 1. The Ghost Walks Again. The Phantom returns. Created by Lee Fox in 1936, the Phantom is one of the first costume superheroes in history with untold influence on pop culture. Now critically acclaimed creators Ray Fox and Russell Olson revive the character for fans old and new when a violent gang of smugglers stumbles on an idyllic Bandar village. The peace that the Phantom has brought to the African nation of Bengala will suddenly shatter. We got sweet covers from Freddie Williams, Kanan White, Russell Olson, who does interiors, and ooh, look at this painted Dan Brereton cover. That's pretty swell. It's Phantom number 1. $4.99 cover price for 32 pages, available on September 24th. Get a second issue of Bullet Adventures number 2 from Sumerian Comics. Eerie Magazine number 4 from Mike Hoffman, available on October 8th. And ooh, we get a new issue of Heavy Metal. This issue features all kinds of cool people like Frank Fort, Tim Vigil, Michael Conrad, Enki Bilal, David Quinn, wow, and a Louis Royo cover. Beautiful. Let's see, let's move on over to, I guess we're still in Massive Publishing. Iron Age Comics presents Haunted Box number 1 from AC Medina and Jomar Bulda. That's pretty gross. And, oh, that's right, this has got a cool pitch. It's a black and white and blood quarterly horror anthology series in a premium format magazine-sized comic book. A mysterious box provides exactly what you need to obtain your deepest desire in exchange for taking one life, and no one will ever find out. This is the first appearance of the Blood Queen, a demonic trickster who delivers the haunted box. All kind of cool creators from Sumerian Comics. $6.99 cover. And a B cover from Jason Ulrich. It's Ursa Hunter. We get a first issue of this series from Wiseacre Comics. It's Magnus Jakuta from Frederick Littles, Devin R. Scott, Bruno Abdius, and who did this A cover. Series premiere of One Last Trick from Joseph Schmalke and artist J.K. Woodward. A B cover from writer-artist Joseph Schmalke. And from, what is that, Panic? Still through Sumerian. This is weird. Alright, this new series is the first of 4 issues, nearly 100 years after Earth fell to cosmic parasites. I think this has got 2 covers, yeah. Seemingly only the Savager, Riley Phillips, a former Secret Service agent fused with a deadly alien, remains. Alone and driven by vengeance, he roams the wasteland, guided only by the voice inside him. But when he discovers a living human, everything changes. From writer Dirk Blackman, Shannon Eric Denton, and artist Kuber Ball, we get this cover by Tihani Farr. It's very nice. And this pulpy looking cover also from Tahani Farr and Christopher Lair. It's Savager number 1 of 4. And Oni Press delivers this 4th issue of Biker Mice from Mars. I don't think we're getting this for the shelf anymore, so if you want a copy, make sure to special order this before Monday at noon. I don't think we're getting these for the shelf either. So if you're interested, Rick and Morty vs. the Universe, number 3. The Sixth Gun, Battle for the Six, number 3 of 3 from Cullen Bunn and Brian Hurt, drops on September 24th with this Brian Hurt cover. And hey, we get a release from Rebellion Comics through Lunar. This is Judge Death Mega Special 2025. Beautiful with this Brian Bolland cover. The Mega Special is back for the first time since 1996, and it's a Judge Death takeover. Marking 45 years since the Dark Judge's debut appearance, we get short stories from all kinds of cool people like Anthony Johnson, Alec Worley, Alex DeCampi, and lots of other folks. It's pretty cool with this beautiful Brian Bolland cover. Judge Death Mega Special number 2025, available on November 26. 48 pages for $8.99. The future is something. Number 6, not carrying this for the shelf anymore. Make sure to get your order in. Nick Pitara cover. Swell. Ooh, look, it's the next issue, the penultimate issue of Heatseeker Exposed, a Gun Honey series, number 3 of 4, with his B cover by Megan Lara. This is one of the ones that I could show you. Gets kind of steamy over in that Heatseeker series. Alter Ego magazine is back, 197, with this Dave Stevens cover. I think it's a Dave Stevens cover. Yeah, it's gotta be. Alter Ego 197 presents the incredible inside story of Hillman Publishing. And then we get a new one-shot of Darkstalkers crossover with Street Fighter. It's Dark Love. Uh-oh, smooching on the cover. Art by Alberto Jimenez Albuquerque. And a Brett Bean cover on B. Also from Udon Entertainment, we got a new Street Fighter and Friends swimsuit special with this A cover by Reich, Quasimodox, nice, Tovio Rogers, that might be it, yep. And let's see, moving over to Wake Entertainment. Get a new printing of Dead Samurai number 1. This second printing has a Bill Sienkiewicz cover, interiors by Ryan Benjamin and Alex Sinclair, written by John Dolmayan, as well as a second printing of the second issue, also with a Bill Sienkiewicz cover. A really nice Bill Sienkiewicz cover. And the next new issue of Dead Samurai number 3 debuts on October 8th. 24 pages for $5.99. This will be special order only. And finally, in the small press, we got Zombie Love, the Halloween one-shot 2025. This is from Rodney Barnes' imprint, Zombie Love Studios. And he writes fantastic short stories with creator Simon Kodransky. And Man House, who did this A cover. All right. And that does it for the small press. Let's jump right back into it because we got the medium-sized press to go into now. I'll keep you there. Ooh, we got the next issue of Creeping Below. This is number 4 of 5 from Brian Azzarello and Vanessa Del Rey. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Volume 3 crossover. This is a second printing of the first issue that just came out a week or two ago. We still got copies, but if you're interested in this, make sure to get your order in. VR Troopers Power Rangers Flipbook Facsimile Edition number 2. Ooh, they're doing a whole series of these. Ooh, I gotta fix that date. It's 9/1. Fixing it live, folks. Fixing it live. This issue has a fantastic photo cover. Also from Boom Studios is the debut of a new series. Despite what her mom thinks, Cassie has lots of friends. They just all happen to be online where she can talk to them about her beloved favorite show, Riverview, and get their feedback on her fanfic, starring Jessica, her very own hot vampire OC, but her fic writing persona is revealed to the entire school when her former best friend finds it and can't resist reading some of it out loud to their classmates. Cassie thinks things can't get more humiliating until her very own Mary Sue pops right out of her fic to save the day, or make it much, much worse. From writer Megan Fitzmartin and artist Lisa Sturl with this Lisa Sturl cover. Paulina Gunashow. And this full art unlockable cover by Lisa Sturl. Yes. 32 pages for $4.99. Available on October 1st from Boom Studios. Mary Sue, number 1. Yeah. All right, and here's an interesting thing. It's a must-read companion to the award-winning Something is Killing the Children series. Collected in full for the first time. Originally serialized across 6 parts in acclaimed anthology horror series, Hello, Darkness. This thrilling one-shot gathers the complete story in one epic release. Erica Slaughter moves from town to town, hunting the monsters that haunt the night, but this time the story isn't hers alone. Told from the perspective of those she saved, this haunted anthology explores the legend and lasting impact of the mysterious monster hunter. Yep. 32 pages for $4.99. Written by James Tynion with art by regular series artist Werther Daldera with this A cover by Ben Stenbeck, which I like a lot. A B cover from Jenny Frison. An unlimited full art variant. All for Something is Killing the Children. A monster hunter walks into a bar. Yes. Just a note, if you're subscribed to Something is Killing the Children, I'm not going to auto pull this for you. It's reprint material from an anthology. If you're interested, put it on order. Also from Dark Horse Comics, we get Critical Role. I guess this is moving over, pardon me, to Dark Horse Comics. We get Critical Role Vox Machina Origins number 4 with this cover by Babs Tarr. Masterminds 2 with a cover by Tiago Rocha. Number 1 just debuted this last week. Did all right. Looks like a pretty interesting suspense thriller from Zach Kaplan, Stephen Thompson. Nemesis Forever, number 2. This series also just debuted this last week with fantastic art by Matteo Scalera, who did this A cover. Star Wars Hyperspace Stories Tides of Terror, number 2. And debuting this new series from Dark Horse Comics, it's Red Book. Russia, 1961. 9 students die tragically under mysterious circumstances that will come to be known as the Dyatlov Pass Incident. To this day, the true cause of their deaths remain unknown, although some theorize the blame lies with visitors from beyond the stars. The New York Times best-selling and Eisner Award-winning co-creators of The Something is Killing the Children, The Nice House on the Lake, The Department of Truth, and Powers follow up their acclaimed work on Blue Book with an all-new volume of true tales, capturing the strange world of alien encounters, this time focusing on the uncanny extraterrestrial stories of Russia and China. Each issue will feature true weird backup stories from guest creators. Writer James Tynion IV and artist Michael Avon Oeming, who did this A cover, bring you this new series debuting on October 8th. 32 pages, $4.99. A Yuko Shimizu cover, which is beautiful. That texture. A Tyler Boss cover, nice, very iconic. A Danny cover. All for Red Book, Volume 1, Number 1. And Dark Horse Comics also debuts The Guy in the Chair. This new series is in the blood-soaked world of assassins and spies, love has no place. Unfortunately, it doesn't have a second cover either. Unfortunately for Abi, the tactical analyst at a private military company, love is all he can think about. Against the employer's strict policy, he's fallen head over heels with Merlin, the field operative whose mission he supports as her guy in the chair. From writer Hannah Rose May and artist Guillermo Sana, who did this cover, drops on October 8th. IDW comes back with a second issue for Event Horizon Dark Descent. Christian Ward, Tristan Jones, Jeffrey Love cover. Godzilla from the Kaisei era, it's number 3, Tim Seeley, Nicola Sameja. Godzilla, Here There Be Aliens. This is the finale of the miniseries, which is a finale of a trilogy from Frank Thierry and Angel Hernandez. Drops on October 8th. Star Trek Lower Decks number 12. And Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 12 with a Jorge Fornes cover. Ooh, pretty. Journeys number 2 returns with this Jim Lawson cover. And we get a debut from newer publisher Ignition Press. This is a new series from Cullen Bunn and Marika Cresta. A hard rain is falling on Seaverville Correctional Prison for Women. As the river rises and its banks overflow, the same walls that are keeping the prisoners inside the fortress-like structure are failing to keep the water out. With that water comes something else. Of course, it's a Cullen Bunn book. From Ignition Press, $4.99 cover price, 24 pages, drops on October 8th. With that Marika Cresta B cover, who does interiors, and an A cover by Riley Rossmo. That'll do it for the small press this week. Let's move on over to Image Comics. Yeah, we got lots to show you in Image Comics this week. Do it over there? Sure. We get a second printing of Escape #1. The series debuted last week. It was my pick of the week because Rick Remender and Daniel Acuna together is good. And we get a second issue as well. Drops on September 24th. Gehenna Naked Aggression #4 of 4, September 24th. G.I. Joe #9, a second printing from Jason Howard cover. And Gunslinger Spawn #47 with a Francesco Mattina cover. Very nice. Hornsby and Halo #10, Peter Snaberg cover. Yeah. And Hyde Street #9 with an Ivan Rice cover. By the way, I don't think we get any series debuts from Image this week on FOC, but we do get a third issue of I, Tyrant. #2, I think, ships this week. And we get new printings of Invincible Universe Battle Beast #1, #2, #3. I'm sorry. #1 had 2 covers. And they're both Ryan Ottley. Yes. Ryan Ottley A, Ryan Ottley B. And then #2 gets this Ryan Ottley cover. #3, Jason Howard cover. That's pretty swell. And #3 gets this Ryan Ottley cover. Lazarus Fallen #4 returns September 24th. And Monstrous #60. This beautiful book has been subscriber only for about a year. If you're interested, please do pre-order or subscribe. News from the Fallout. #4 has a B cover by James Herron. That is awesome. And Sleep #5 from Xander Cannon. Spawn Black Ritual, the Book of Nyx, #5 of 7. And The Voice Said Kill. Undiscovered Country #33, also sub only. Get those special orders in. And Universal Monsters, The Invisible Man comes back with his second issue on September 24th. Void Rivals #23, the penultimate issue of Robert Kirkman's run on this series. Or this series, I should say. Yeah. And debuting on FOC this week from Image Comics is a new 5-issue miniseries, Viking Moon. Leif Erikson established a Viking settlement in Vineland, present-day Newfoundland. A strange new world of plenty, but populated by an indigenous people and something else, something unnatural. 20 years after the original expedition ended in disaster, a new attempt to settle this wilderness is made. Ulf and his hardened tribe of Vikings soon discover that the whisper of creatures who are both human and beast are not primitive legend, but death-bringing realities. Vikings versus werewolves. The real reason the Vikings fled North America. From Eisner Award winner Joe Pruitt and legendary artist Marcello Fruzen, who is seriously channeling some Richard Corbin there on this cover. Viking Moon #1 has a B cover from Philippe Xavier, which is very nice. Dalibor Talajek and Moratat. It's all for Viking Moon #1, available on September 24th. And that'll do it for Image Comics this week. Let's take a look at DC Comics. I'll do it here. Absolute Wonder Woman returns with issue 12 on September 24th with this beautiful Hayden Sherman cover. Just a note about the Absolute books on FOC this week. There are new printings of multiple issues of not only I think every issue of Absolute Superman, but also every issue of Absolute Martian Manhunter. I've been clamoring for this for quite a while. There weren't graphics up at the time, but they should be up pretty soon. If you're interested, I'll be getting some of these. Then we got Flash number 25. This is the conclusion of Bad Moon Rising from Simon Spurrier, Vasco Gorgiev, and this David Paratori cover. There's also a Mark Spears cardstock cover. Mark Spears. Green Arrow number 28, Torrin Clark cover. And Green Lantern 27 with a Ken Marion cover. Harley Quinn 54, Yannick Paquette cover. And Immortal Legend Batman number 2 returns on September 24th. Justice League Unlimited number 11, also a Dan Mora cover. And there's also a new set of Hispanic Heritage Month variants, one of which is here by Leonardo Romero with this Blue Beetle cover. Mr. Terrific Year 1 number 5, Edward Galman. A facsimile reprinting of the New Fun Comics number 1 for the 90th anniversary. Celebrate DC's very first comic ever published. This has got some amazing historical stories in it and has a very fun cover by Lyman Anderson. This is 32 pages for $3.99 in what I'm guessing is going to be their more treasury format based on that price. And they'll do a foil one for a couple bucks extra. Superman number 30 with this Dan Mora cover. He also does interiors. Dan Mora, man, he's a machine. Also get a spot foil variant to this cover. Just figured I'd drop this in front of you. That adds a couple extra bucks. I don't think I'll be getting these for the shelf. If you want one, let me know. Superman Unlimited number 5 from Dan Slott, Raphael Albuquerque, who did that A cover, Into the Kryptonite Kingdom. And a Mark Spears cover on this cardstock variant. That's very nice. And this was our thumbnail for this week. It's DCKO number 1 of 4. This is solicited ahead of all of the other variants, as this is a blind bag version. As you're aware, blind bags contain any number of the variant covers that they've commissioned for this series or for this issue, but they'll all be in foil. That includes all the regular covers and the incentive level covers. I think there's even an exclusive ECW cover in there. It's pretty cool. This is, however, 48 pages for $9.99. I won't be ordering a lot of these. I'll probably order a few extra above special orders because they've been allocating these. So if you want them, let me know. If you want quantities, message me. DC Comics has a new seasonal one-shot, a haunting anthology to usher in the Halloween season. It's DC's Satanic Panic, featuring stories written by Daniel Warren Johnson, Andrew McLean, Cavan Scott, art by Riley Rosmo, John McCrae, all kind of cool folks. It's got fantastic covers by Lee Bermejo, Daniel Warren Johnson, Sean Ryko Tay, all for DC's Satanic Panic. This is An 80-page sidebound one-shot for $9.99. Detective Comics 1101, breaking a record with every issue. This starts a new arc by series creators Tom Taylor and Michael Janine, who did that A cover. It's also got a B cover, a C cover from Frank Cho, and a Leonardo Romero Hispanic Heritage Month Bane cardstock variant. Yes. All for Detective Comics 1101, September 24th. And that'll do it for Image Comics for the week. I'm sorry, DC Comics for the week. Let's move on over to Marvel Comics and see what they have in store for us. First up is All New Spider-Gwen, the Ghost Spider #1. This is a second printing with a recolored cover by David Marquez. Amazing Spider-Man #13, Pepe Larraz cover. And a Lee Bermejo Amazing Visions variant. I think they're doing a series of these Lee Bermejo variants, and they are beautiful. Black Cat #1 gets a second printing by Terry Dodson. Civil War #3 Facsimile. And Deadpool Wolverine #10, Joshua Cassera cover, October 1st. Ooh, look, we get a facsimile reprinting of Marvel DC Spider-Boy. This is one of the Amalgam crossover company crossover books. This was written by Carl Kessel with art by Mike Waringo. New Avengers #5 with a Steven Segovia cover. Red Hulk #9, October 1st. Star Wars gets #6 gets this Phil Noto cover, which is awesome, and that drops on October 1st. Ultimate Wolverine #10, October 1st. And Ultimate X-Men #20, Peach Momoko cover, October 1st. On to the series debut from Marvel Comics this week. We get this very fun-looking crossover. Marvel's First Family unites with the Manhattan Clan in this exciting crossover of Fantastic Four and Gargoyles. Gargoyles creator and acclaimed Marvel writer Greg Weisman brings the Gargoyles to the Baxter Building alongside star artist Enid Ballum. Danger strikes when the supervillain Diablo learns stone gargoyles may hold the secret to eternal life, but the gargoyles aren't about to let him leech the blood of his own. Fortunately, they've got the help of expert Diablo bashers, the Fantastic Four. Plus, Tony Stark and David Xanatos compare facial hair. Marvel's own gargoyle Isaac Christians bonds with his new kin, and more. From Greg Weisman, Enid Ballum, Fantastic Four, Gargoyles crossover #1 with a Torrin Clark cover on A. Gabriel Dell'Otto, Scotty Young. This is 40 pages with a cover price of $5.99, October 15th. Spider Noir returns with a new miniseries written by Eric Larson. Brush up on the coolest Spider-Man before he hits the small screen. Spidey legend Eric Larson puts on his writing hat to reinvent this Spider-Man like he did the original with rising star artist Andrea Braccardo. It's the 1930s. Of course it is. We get this A cover by Simone de Mayo and a David Mack variant. Ooh, that's pretty. Spider-Man Noir, 32 pages, $4.99 cover, October 1st. Spirits of Vengeance, the new series starring Johnny Blaze, Danny Ketch, Robbie Reyes, Kushala, Phantasma, Helverine, and more. Ghost Riders unite when a strange group of new villains set their sinister plan in motion. Ghost Riders past, present, and future must combine forces to save the world. But just who is the Spirits of Violence? Just who is the Spirit of Violence, and what horrors do they bring from Johnny Blaze and Danny Ketch's past. Forget everything you thought you knew about Ghost Rider. The most climactic ride in history starts here. The Spirits of Violence #1 from writer Sabir Pirzada with interior art by Paul Davidson and an A cover by Kendrick Kunka Lim. EM Gist with this very large skull cover. Kyle Hotz. Nice. Marvel Zombies variant. Peach Momoko. All 4 Spirits of Violence #1. $4.99 cover, 32 pages, October 1st. Okay, this is in advance of announcing the X-Men Age of Revelation, but I thought I'd just point this out quickly. Yeah, I wanted to do that after. Oh well. Unbreakable X-Men #1. This is part of the Age of Revelation from Uncanny X-Men creators Gail Simone and artist Lucas Vernac. Cry Mutant. Cry Blood. Oh. See, I mixed it up. Shouldn't have been there. I'm just going to jump it. I'll start over in a minute. Hey, look. It's White Tiger Reborn. This is the first issue. Return of the White Tiger from an artist and a writer. Oh, here we are. Ava Ayala is the current wielder of the powers of the White Tiger, bearing the amulet of power that imbue its host with a connection to mystical power and martial arts prowess. As Ava returns to her old stomping grounds to protect the innocent, she becomes embroiled in a mystery that forces her to confront her family's murder and convoluted past, linking them to the White Tiger mantle. It's the debut of Bram Stoker Award winner Cynthia Paleo in this action-packed special celebrating the legacy of Latin America's American comics' first Latin hero. Doesn't seem right. From writer Moises Hidalgo. That's not even it. From writer Cynthia Paleo, it's White Tiger Reborn. Got a B cover from Joni Caballero and a Mateus Manhanini variant. Very nice. White Tiger Reborn #1, October 1st, 32 pages for $4.99. All right. We got this new one-shot reprinting some of the digital comics of X-Men from the Ashes. This is the first time in print, X-Men The Undertow. If you've seen these on the shelf before, I'm surprised. I ordered these to sell out first week. If you're interested, I'd be happy to get those for you. I'll make it happen. 48 pages for $5.99. We also get a Dan Panosian variant cover on that. That's pretty cool. It's got Beak. X-Men The Undertow. And here's kind of the star of the week. It's X-Men Age of Revelation Overture. The air rises. The resistance ignites. X years later, the Revelation territories stretch from the Atlantic to the Mississippi, a mutant utopia ruled by the heir of apocalypse. But beneath the surface, rebellion brews as a ragtag X-Men team strikes from the shadows. Revelation faces threats from within. It all begins here, the dawn of the Age of Revelation. This is the new series from Jed McKay and artist Ryan Stegman, with multiple awesome covers by Ryan Stegman himself. Aaron Cooter, Art Germ, Corey Smith, that's pretty cool. Ricky Yagawa, he's eating my head. All for X-Men Age of Revelation Overture #1. It all starts there. And it continues In Unbreakable X-Men #1, I kind of gave you the pitch already, or the creators anyways. X years later, and the Uncanny X-Men have been shattered by loss and tragedy and scattered to different locations around the world. At Haven House, only 3 remain, wounded, grieving, and guarding the portal to the terrifying Penumbra. Can they stop the thundering darkness that has lurked below the surface for centuries, screaming to break free? All tied into the Age of Revelation, Unbreakable X-Men #1, $4.99, 32 pages, October 15th. Yeah, and that does it for the comics on FOC this week. Before I let you go, I want to tell you about some of the events that we've got coming up here at the store, in and around the store. I'll do it like this. Do it like that. Okay, here we go. Thanks for joining me. That's almost every comic book on Last Call this weekend, and you've got until Monday at noon, September 1st, to order these items and many more. Please send and confirm items in your cart before the deadline. Don't forget, folks, we will be closed on Labor Day, Monday, September 1st. We will reopen Tuesday for regular operating hours. Comic shipping schedules will not be affected. And coming up this Wednesday, September 3rd, we welcome Sean Peacock back to Green Brain Comics to celebrate the debut of his new one-shot from IDW, It's Blood Honey. This is part of the IDW Dark imprint, and we're super proud of Sean. This is a fantastic looking book, and we're looking forward to sharing it with all of you. Come on by, say hey to Sean, check out his great book, and be a part of a growing community. Sean Peacock in store, signing Wednesday, September 3rd, 4 to 7 p.m. And check out the next Brain Candy with musician Mar Brisa, poet Wafa Mustafa, prose from Christine Hume, and the visual art of Michaela Ryback, presented by the Emerging Writers Network and open and free at Green Brain Comics. And join us back at Green Brain Comics on September 20th for Batman Day, celebrating all things Batman. We've got some exclusive releases, and we'll be doing some sales, maybe some other fun stuff. We'll see. Batman Day is coming up 9/20, all day Saturday at Green Brain Comics. And the week after that, September 27th, is Local Comic Shop Day. For more information on the worldwide event, check out Local Comic Shop Day. We don't have a whole lot up on our website right now, just a place marker, but we will be getting most of the variants to some degree. And, you know, it's a great day for community building, so come on out for Local Comic Shop Day. Shop local, shop comics. Join us back here on YouTube Tuesday, September 3rd at Tuesday, September 2nd at 6:30. We will be streaming live from the floor of Green Brain Comics on the eve of New Comic Book Day. I hope I will not be as tongue-tied that day as your omniscient announcer. Thanks again for joining us on Final Order Report. I'll be back again next Friday at 6 p.m. for all things Final Order Report. Stay up to date on all of our happenings. We are Green Brain Comics on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. All the links to our shopping cart, website, and Comic Hub are below in the description. Music for this episode provided by BRAINSCAN Productions. We are spreading the love of comic books and graphic novels from the heart of East Downtown Dearborn since 1985. Feed your brain at Green Brain Comics. Thanks for watching, folks. emanating from deep under the earth, spreading across the globe at the speed of thought, changing the world one brain at a time. This is the Final Order Report from Green Brain Comics.